Okay, my dear friends, and today we are going to discuss about the object snap to you. So, what is the exact meaning of object snap means? For example, let's take one line over here. So, I just take a line here, for example. Okay, just a minute, it's working. Yeah. So, I'm taking this line here. So, I just type it as L enter, and we can draw a line over here. Okay. So now, see. Add a line now. Yeah. So now you can see, friends, if in case I want to draw one more line of the midpoint of this line segment, how I can draw that line of the midpoint of this line. See, if here by seeing of this line now, so we can easily understand that where is the midpoint, but we are imagine and we have decided that it's a midpoint and we are drawn it. But here in AutoCAD, so if you want to draw anything like that, we are using it object snap for that. For suppose if you want to draw any line from the end point of this line, I just using the object snap and I can draw it. If I'm not using that, then what happens means it will not connect together. If it is not connected together, it means it has gap. If it is having gap now, so the totally drafted plan will be collapsed. So that's the reason we need to use the object snap over here. But here we can see, observe friends, on AutoCAD we have object snap already here. So this already it is a non-on condition. So that's the reason we can see something. For suppose, see, so many students are try to do it. For example, if you are moving crosshair over here, then they wants to be showing the end point over here. But I said you the end points are here and mid points are here and nearest points here. So every line segment it has that things now. But we are not seeing now. Why we are not seeing here? Because of the reason is, if you are in the other command, then only object snap will be works you. So but if it is not, you are not in the other command, then it is not going to be work. So that's why be careful about that. While you wants to be using the object snap now, first we need to be taking the one more command here. So I'm taking the line command and just L enter, and you can see there, so we are moving the cursor, then they show it to the end point over here. We can observe that the end point we are seeing there in the screen. If you are moving the cursor here, yes, it's showing the end point also. And but if you are moving the cursor in the line segment, but it doesn't show the midpoints over here. Why? Because of they have one reason, friend. The object snap is already on condition, but the object snap, all the object snaps are all not in active section. So that's the reason we are not seeing it here. So what we need to do, so we need to right click on the object snap and we can go by the settings. Okay, just a minute, so it will come. Yeah, so you can see now this is object snaps modes here, and somewhat is on here, somewhat is not on here. So we need to on this all these things. I just click on here, and here we can see, friend, we can able to see the midpoint, and we can able to see the nearest points also. When you draw that circles also, in the circles also they show it's like center point, quadrants, tangents, everything they show it to you. For suppose object snap is an off condition. If it is an off condition, then what happens means we can't see that any endpoints or midpoints and everything here. But we can easily use the object snap by using of the command also. So that very simple, friend, we can use the command that end means is end point. So for suppose if I want to be mid means is nothing but midpoint. So if in case if you want to use send means is the center, and if in case if you want to be use tan means tangent. So this type of thing we can use. For example, mid, so I can mid enter and it's showing the midpoints only, but it doesn't show you where the end point, but it show you the midpoint only. Why? Because of your snap is stored with midpoint. So that's the reason. So I can click midpoint, I can draw it like this. It means what, friends? This line is exactly midpoint of this line. I can say like that. If I'm not using the object snap, then what happens means we can't say that this line is through from the midpoint. Okay, that's very important. So we need to understand that clearly, friends. Okay, now I'll explain another method for you. For suppose already I'll explain to you by the option here, by the command also. Now I'm using shortcut also. See, I'm taking the one more line command, but I want to be draw a line of the midpoint of this line. But I'm not choosing the command and I'm not choosing the object snap. Actually, now current position object snap is on off condition, but you can say now I'm using the shift and right click. I'm using the shift key on the keyboard and mouse right click. Then I can see all the object snaps here. Then I can use the midpoint. I can snap with the midpoint. So this is where we are using it, the object snap here. If you are not choosing the object snap, then what happens means we are facing so many problems. So that's the reason. So we compulsory we need to know about this particular element. See, observe friends. So if you wants to be on the object snap here, that's we can easily on it by clicking up this button, or otherwise we can use F3 key, F3 function key. So we can use it F3, then automatically it is on condition. So that's why we can easily on it and we can do it. Yeah, right. So this is the way we are doing the object snap here, so friends. And one more thing is we need to observe friends. For suppose I have the line here. Okay, I have another line. So I'm using command, but here we can see object snap is already on here, but all the all the type of object snaps are not on by the default. So if you want to be on now, so you can use the command, that is, see, I'm using in the line command itself, I'm using another command, that is, I'm using the quote and after voice and enter. Then it means what? It's open the drafting settings. That's okay. There was no need to go by right click on here and settings here. There is no need to go there. So we can directly use quote and we can directly use that what? Quote and voice. So if you are using that way, so it will be open. So that is the way we are doing it. Okay. Okay friends, that's all for the object snap, right? And the next class and the next section we are going to discuss about the selections. Okay, how many different type of selections are there in the AutoCAD, and how we are going to deselect it, that objects. Okay, so okay,